Hello, everybody. My name is April, and this is my first day on the HCG diet, so it's a loading day for me, which is probably going to be one of two of the easiest days on the diet, right? Because we get to load for 2 days. So my reason for doing these videos is mainly for myself, so that I can track my progress through this journey. Um, but if anybody else cares to follow along and see how I'm doing, then I think that's awesome. I need as much support as I can get because this is going to probably be very difficult. So my goal is to lose 40 pounds, 42.2 to be exact, um, by the end of the year. And today is October 9th of 2010. So that gives me a little over 2 months. Um, so we'll see how I do. Um, I guess I should give you my stats. I'm 40 years old. I'm 5'2", 5'3" on a good day. I weighed this morning and weighed 162.2 pounds. And my goal weight, I put my goal weight down because I'm logging it all on an Excel spreadsheet as 120. But I'm not sure if that's not going to fluctuate. It might be closer to 130. I'm not real sure. Again, I'm looking for a look, not a number on a scale. So 120 might be too thin for me. I'm not sure because I haven't been that in a while. So we'll see. I was going to show you, I have some pictures, if I can just grab these real quick. This is kind of the way I want to look. Now, I don't have makeup on. I normally wear makeup, but on the diet, I'm going to try to go without makeup as much as possible, just because of what the protocol calls for. So anyway, that's why I look the way I do. You should just ignore that. So anyway, this is me about 5 years ago, closer to my ideal weight, and doesn't even really look like me anymore. So I carry a lot of weight in my face, which I can't stand. So that's my goal. Here's a closer picture. Whoops, a closer up picture. So there we go. Again, this is about 4 or 5 years ago. So anyway, just a little walk down memory lane. I'd like to kind of look like that again. That's my goal. And the other thing I should tell you is that I have lupus. I have systemic lupus. And I have consulted my doctor, told him I wanted to go on the diet. He told me he doesn't recommend the diet because it's such a low calorie count intake, but he understands that his patients are going to do what they want to do. So, and I definitely fall in that category. So he's going to track my progress, and I've already did the blood work, and I have that right here. Everything came back normal, and he said I was definitely healthy enough to do the diet, but that if I had any prolonged dizziness or weakness, I had to contact him immediately, and we would discuss things further. I do take a couple of medications on for my lupus, and I am going to continue taking those um, uh, for the duration of the diet. I'm not going to change anything like that. I am increasing my vitamin intake. I'm going to take potassium, magnesium, and some other supplements along those lines too. So I have a little list of everything I wanted to make sure I discussed in this video. So I haven't told anybody about starting this diet because anybody who's on it knows that people can have a negative reaction to it. I have told my best friend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, mainly because I cook for him and I cook these. I'm been told I'm a pretty good cook. I love to cook homemade, good old Southern cooking. Um, a lot of fat, you know, use a lot of whipping cream in my dishes and stuff. And so I am not going to be able to cook for him like that uh, while I'm on the diet. Um, so I had to tell him. So he understood why all of a sudden I quit cooking for him. And he was completely supportive, which I knew he would be. I have not told my family, even though they're incredibly supportive and I'm really close with them. I just don't think that they would support this particular method for losing weight. But I do have a tendency to tell them everything that's going on in my life, so we'll see. There might be a video in my future that says I confessed to them. So, we'll have to just see how that goes. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you is that I am on the homeopathic HCG that I got from GNC. I have ordered the injectable from overseas, but it takes a couple of weeks to get it in, and I'm so impatient, and anybody who knows me will attest to that, that I just couldn't wait that long. Once I did all my research for this diet, I wanted to start it. And so I decided I would start the homeopathic um, HCG, and then once the injectable comes in, I will switch to that method. I'm going to do it underneath the tongue, though. I'm not going to inject it. Um, I'm kind of a klutz, and I'm sure I'd screw that up somehow. So I'm not going to go that route. I'm just going to put it under the tongue and go that route. So my plan is to do a a video log every day, at least in the beginning, to track my progress. Um, and then I'll post them on YouTube. And, feel free to, if you have any questions, especially regarding my lupus, and if I know people are going to have concerns about that, but like I said, I have a doctor tracking my progress, so it shouldn't get out of hand. And I'm hoping that it will actually get better with this diet. I know that people with rheumatoid arthritis are having good luck. And if I can just have some relief in the joint pain, I'll be thankful for that. But anyway, I just wanted to introduce myself and put it out there. And anybody else who is on this diet, I wish you all the best. And keep your fingers crossed for me. And I will let you know tomorrow how I am doing. See y'all soon. Talk to you later. Bye. Have a wonderful day.